Oh yeah, oh yeah. Welcome everyone. Short intro today. Hello everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining us here on Model Monday Live, where you get to compete against other CAD wizards to find out who is the best in the chat, who is the fastest in the chat. So good to see everybody here. MML the best, says Ricardo Jean. Yes, I completely agree. Completely agree. What's up, everybody? Let's say hello to some people. LCR Brick Tech, can't wait for the stream to start. Thank you. Onshape ready. That's what I like. We're going to do some Onshape today, too. Ricardo Jean says hello. Mr. Alex is here. Hello, Mr. Alex. How are you? Great to see you again. And who else we got in here? We got Victor K, the world champion. Soon to be dethroned. Victor K, the world champion. We had him here as doing co-commentary a couple weeks ago. Amir Shea is here. What's up? Jern is here. What's up? Atse is here. Hello. Getting ready for the next matches. Ram Bros, fresh off his win this weekend. Welcome, Ram Bros. Thanks for joining us. Who else we got here? Omri is here. What's up, Omri? Long time no see. Thanks for joining us. Welcome. And Ricardo Jean says MML the best. EUP, that's me. Always on when I'm out and about. At the doctor's office, it's like, that's all right. Tell all the people in the waiting room what we're doing. They probably want to know. MML is where the world champions train. Yes, indeed. This is the gym. LCR Brick Tech. Hello. Bob Phelps is here. Says hello from Iowa. Hi, Bob. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. And AZ3DIP is here. Says hi. Hello. And Alex is yo. Big up, SolidWorks. Let's go. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us today on this episode of Model Monday Live. It's my favorite time of the year. It is tournament season. I get so excited during tournament season, and got to give a huge shout out to all of the runners, and a big shout out to the runners who made it through this past Friday. We had Titanium coming through with Autodesk Inventor. We saw Ram Bros, who's in the chat here today, coming through with Fusion 360. Ram Bros getting through with Fusion 360. Both the matches went to 3 matches, so both the matches were really good, really fun to watch. I was very thankful to have been a part of that and to have been able to do that co-commentary with Neil Cross, who's an Autodesk expert elite. So it's pretty cool to have him in the booth with me. And so that's going to move us forward to this Friday, September 27th. Great Nate 08, who's the #1 seed, going against Ricardo Jean, who I'm definitely rooting for. I know we're not supposed to play favorites here in the commentary booth, but Ricardo, I'm rooting for you, bro. You got to bring this home. So good luck to both of our runners here. It's going to be an awesome match regardless. Ricardo is so fast, so super speedy, puts up some of the fastest times. But Great Nate 08 is a Fusion 360 wizard and was #1 seed in the tournament. So this match this Friday is going to be absolutely epic. And then we got Dom versus Mr. Alex. It's going to be another great match. So what a great Elite 8 this thing is shaping up to be. I'm very excited to see the matches this Friday. If you guys don't have it on your calendar already, you can visit TooTallToby.com/calendar, and you can get that added in, get all those dates added in. I'm going to move the mic a little closer. Let me know, as always, guys, if anything sounds out of line. If anything's too loud, too quiet, let me know. So huge thank you to our runners for being a part of this tournament. Huge thank you to all of our sponsors. We'll talk more about the tournament in just a little bit. But today, we are here for our 2 3D CAD speed modeling challenges, where we challenge the chat to see who is the fastest in the chat. This is where the world champions come to train. And we're going to do 2 3D CAD speed modeling challenges. We're going to do some tournament updates. We're going to do a live solve using Double CAD. New CAD system out there, Double CAD. Don't know if you guys have heard of it yet. And of course, we're going to hang out with the best chat ever. So the live solve we're going to do today is going to be on this one here, the SM Pivot Flange. A lot of people in the comments had questions on this one, so I'm going to give this one a try. LCR Brick Tech says, how can I get invited to the Discord? I think there's a link just down in the description of this video. So just take a look down in the description of this live stream. I think the Discord link is down there. If it's bad or if it's dead or anything, let me know. We'll help you out. We'll invite you again. And, and you know what else, LCR Brick Tech? You could also visit TooTallToby.com/practice. There's a link to the Discord on there as well. Hold on, let me see if I can bring that up here. It's going to be this one. Yeah, So if you go here, TooTallToby.com/practice, this is a link right here to the Discord also. Questions on practice models, ask here, hashtag practice models. So that's a link to the Discord also. So if the link is not in the description, you can get it there, TooTallToby.com/practice. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. I always forget to mention this at the beginning of the live stream. We got 37 people watching. What can we do about getting those likes up to 37 as well? How many likes we got right now? Looks like 10. Let's get those up to 37. Hit that like button. Let's try and get that a 1-to-1 match. Like and subscribe, share and reshare. Great way to support the channel. All right, guys, I know what you're here for. You're here for the Model Monday Live 3D CAD speed modeling challenges. How fast can you take a 2D drawing and turn it into a 3D model? Well, you can prove the answer to that question by doing just that, calculating the mass, and then entering that mass in the YouTube chat. This is what we do every Monday on Model Monday Live. It's a lot of fun. It's a great community. And the basic rules are that you can use any 3D CAD package as long as you can input density and output mass. All CAD are welcome here at TooTallToby's Model Monday Live. Make sure you use the specified precision that's shown on the print, and the first person to answer correctly in the chat will be declared the winner. Of course, if you're not sure if your answer is correct, you can always correct your answer. You can always change your answer. You can enter more than once, more than twice, as many times as you want here on Model Monday Live. Whatever your final answer is, that's the one that we're going to take. The units that we use here on Model Monday Live are shown on this screen. If you're here for the first time, take a moment, grab a screen capture. That way you can make sure that you get the correct units, the correct density when you're creating your models. So make sure that you get those correct, all that information correct. Take a screen capture, then you'll have it for the future. LCR Brick Tech was able to get into the Discord. Good job, LCR Brick Tech. Good job. He's in. Guys, the advanced rules is this is meant to be fun and good-spirited. Occasionally, I will make some mistakes. I will sometimes do things like forget a dimension on the print or have the wrong density listed, stuff like that. If that happens, then you know what? We just cracked it together. We figured it out together. That's how we do it. And the Ivan exploit is permitted. I'm working on a video with Aaron C., one of the super fans of the TooTallToby channel, great friend of the channel. And we're almost done with the final edits on that Ivan exploit video. It's going to be coming out any day now, so be on the lookout for that Ivan exploit. I just had to send the raw video over to Aaron to get him to do some color grading, and then that video is going to be out. So really looking forward to that Ivan exploit video. And a huge thanks to Aaron C., who's helping me out with that one. All right, guys, that's it. That's it for our warm-up here. As soon as I show this 2D print, you guys are going to attempt to turn it into a 3D model. So give it a try here. Jesse Davis, I tried the link for Discord a while ago, but it was expired. Is a Discord paywall now? No, that was my bad, Jesse. When you copy an invite link for Discord, you can say copy it permanently or copy it for 7 days. I think I copied one for 7 days. So that was my mistake. But again, if you visit TooTallToby.com/practice, the link that's in there should be permanently live. All right, guys, here we go. This first challenge for all of you. Yep, you got it. Exactly. Oh, hold on a second. This is like all a little off kilter here. That's not what we want. We want that to be nice and full screened. Not sure if I like that either. Let's see what happens. If this isn't full screen, I'll adjust. Here we go, guys. This first challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XX.X grams? XX.X grams. This model is called 24-09-13 Bob. Some type of a pendulum bob. 24-09-13 Bob. MMGS is the unit system. It's made of 1060 aluminum alloy. And you can see that there is a sphere in the middle of this thing and also a spherical radius at the end of that hook. It's all one part. You can see from the section view, it's all one material, all one part. And good luck to all of our runners here in Model Monday Live. This is a tier 3 model. I expect this is going to be a little bit of a shorter run for everyone, but that's okay. We're just warming up here. Ricardo Jean says, moments of tension. Yes, just before the model displays. That is indeed the moments of tension. All right, guys, good luck with this. What you want to do if you're out there watching is you want to do a screen capture. You know, use like print screen or MW snap or Windows snipping tool or whatever it is that you want to use. Grab a screen capture of this 2D print and put it on your second monitor and begin modeling. This is your time. But I'm going to get back into today's presentation because we got some good stuff to cover. And I want to make sure I give us enough time to debut Double CAD. A lot of you guys have not heard of Double CAD, but you're about to see a brand new CAD system, Double CAD. If you guys like the idea of seeing a brand new CAD system, or if you just like the idea of doing these kinds of CAD versus CAD challenges, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. We like seeing lots of likes on these videos, lots of interaction in the chat. Let us know in the chat what CAD system you're using. Let us know if you're here for the first time. And let us know anything else you want to talk about. The more we have going on in that chat window, the better it is for the algorithm. Guys, don't forget your challenge this week and every week is to tell one coworker about the channel. Talk to one coworker. Say, hey, have you heard of TooTallToby? Have you heard of TooTallToby.com? Have you heard of the practice models? Do you need training? Reach out to TooTallToby. It's a great way to support the channel. Tell a coworker. Walk up to a coworker while they're doing their CAD or their spreadsheets and just whisper in their ear. And of course, if you want to send some value back to us, if you feel like you're getting value from the channel, we do work on a value for value model. So if you feel like you're getting value from the channel, you can always send some value back. You can use the super chat down at the bottom of the chat window. You can use the super thanks at the, you can use the super thanks if you're watching the recording, and you can use the website TooTallToby.com/donate where we can do Venmo, PayPal, whatever it is you want. If you get value out of the channel and you want to send some value back, you know, you probably send some value to Disney Plus every month or to Netflix. Well, this gives you a chance to send some value to us as well. And Ex Machina, I see in the chat, says ASMR, TooTallToby, let's go. I guess that means the mic sounds good today. And we got Aaron C in the chat. Aaron C is actually the one who helped us code the Venmo interface at TooTallToby.com/donate. So huge shout out to Aaron C in the chat. Already coming in with an answer. He's speedy. And we got Eric Gouthier in the chat. Haven't seen Eric in a long time. Hello, hello. Old friend who uses Onshape and does mobile Onshape for the speed modeling challenges. Pretty cool to watch. And we got Juliano Rafael in the chat. Says, I'm here for the first time. I use T. Nice. I use Onshape. There we go. Is there any other that you can see all your projects online and work online? Nope, there's no other. You got it. You got the one that you need, Giuliano. That's the one. Giuliano Rafael is locked in on Onshape. That's what we like to see. All right, guys, we see in the chat a bunch of answers coming in now. Bunch of answers coming in. Aaron C says, first time I ever used the dome tool in competition. Nice, nice. Paul Marsamon coming in with an answer. New name here in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Giuliano, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us here today. Don't forget to like. Guys, we do have an option if you go to TooTallToby.com/donate to do a recurring donation. And I want to give a shout out to the people who are part of that right now. Dale W., been part of it for a while. Sylvain, been a part of this since almost the very beginning. And a brand new person, Rude Ravens, coming in with a regular recurring donation. So I want to say thank you so much to the recurring donations at TooTallToby.com/donate. It really helps us figure out where things are going with the company, helps us kind of plan out what we're doing. So thank you so much. And I'd love to see this list grow to 50 or 100 or 1 million names. I think we're going to get there. We're definitely on track. We also have a new option to join. It's a membership option. There's only a couple little perks there. We're kind of still in a soft launch of this, but there is a new option to join if you wanted to join the channel. One of the things that you get is you get some special emojis that are kind of TooTallToby custom emojis, like a GG emoji and the Victory Cat emoji. Some other ones in there. Yeah, mine didn't even come in. Where's all my emojis? Oh, they came through. Yeah, they're good. It's weird. It didn't come through in the main chat for me. All right, let's move on. Guys, training is really, we really appreciate all the value for value you guys do. But the truth is training is really how we're keeping the doors open right now. So if your company needs any training, take a look. October, we have some training classes coming up, some advanced parts, some sheet metal, some weldments. If you guys want to get a copy of that schedule, you can email Vicky at TooTallToby.com. We offer some other classes too. We offer a beginner's class. We can really put together any class you want. But we already have a bunch of classes that we've written. So if your company is looking to get SolidWorks training, refresher training, advanced parts modeling, sheet metal, weldments, assemblies, anything SolidWorks. We're starting to put together some some Onshape training as well. So anything your company needs, if you need SolidWorks training, Onshape training, let us know. We can definitely take care of you, and we'll have that schedule on the site shortly. Vicky's saying that in the chat, but you can also email Vicky. Even if your company just wants some custom training, if you want to like just do a day with Toby, like a Stump the Chump type of thing, we can make it happen. So training is really helpful. It's a great way to support the channel. Talk to your company, say, hey, why don't we get some SolidWorks training? We can do it online. It only takes part of the day. It's not that disruptive, but it's incredibly valuable. And we can talk to you. We can talk to your company. Just want to roll back here, give a huge shout out to none other than Aaron C., my co-producer for the upcoming Ivan Exploit video. Thank you so much, Aaron C. Really appreciate. Big ups for the Dome tool. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for all your help with the channel. Really, really appreciate you, man. And so thankful to have you here in the live stream with us today. This is pretty cool. All right, guys, let's keep going here. We're going to try and make sure that we have enough time for our big debut of Double CAD. Double CAD debuting here. Guys, if you take training with me, it is live training, live online. We could do it live in person too, if depending on where you are geographically. But it is live online. You get a couple of days with Toby, and you also get a certificate at the end of the training. Awesome student #1. So check it out. You can just email Vicky. Vicky@TooTallToby.com. Jesse says, you guys are fast. Best not to do this after drinks, huh? Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's all good, man. Sometimes I get the most in the flow when I'm in an inebriated state, so it's all good. Guys, we've got a big announcement. I want to just get everybody's attention real quick here. If you guys are watching, hopefully I have your attention. We are putting together a CSWP online class, CSWP Prep online class. It is literally just about done. I think this might actually be out before the Ivan Exploit video. It's probably going to come out this week. And what we're looking for is somebody in the community who has the time in the next 2 weeks to take the class online, to take the exam, the actual exam online, and to provide us with some feedback. And if you think you are that kind of a person, reach out to Vicky@TooTallToby.com. If you think you have time in the next couple of weeks to take the class, take the exam, and to provide feedback, we will make it happen for you. Okay, you're not gonna have to do anything other than sign up for a free account, and we'll make everything else happen for you. So if you're that type of person, if you think you could help us kind of like beta test this and make sure that there's nothing else that we need to do before we officially launch it, we want to talk to you. So, hit us up, Vicky@TooTallToby.com. If you've been looking to get your certified SolidWorks professional, your CSWP, you can see mine's back here somewhere. I think it's that one. If you want to get your certified SolidWorks professional certification, I've put together a class that's going to give you everything you need to pass it for the first time. And if you want an ultra value, here, I'll just say it that way. If you want to take this for the cheapest price you could possibly ever take it for, then reach out to Vicky@TooTallToby.com. We're looking for somebody to help us make this happen. It's about 3 hours worth of training material, and the exam itself is about 3 hours too. So you'd have to have the ability to break off that time in the next 2 weeks if you're going to be a candidate for this program. Van Kinta says, is the beta test for the CSW exam free? I'm a student, and I've been looking to get it for a while. Boom, perfect. Van Kinta. Email us, email Vicky@TooTallToby.com. We'll talk to you. We'll see if we can make it happen. Is there a dark mode? It depends what CAD system you're in there, Jensen. If you're in Onshape, there's an excellent dark mode. I'll show it to you in just a little bit. Apparently, Onshape doesn't have sweep with circle. You have to make the sketch plain. Yeah, you have to make a new sketch for that one. Yep. Don't have any certificates at all. Not even an associate. But you're so fast, I'd say. You'd be perfect for this. Email Vicky, I'd say. We'd love to talk to you about this. We'd love to make this happen. It'd be a cool story, too, if we could get, I'd say, certified for the for the tournament before we get them into the upcoming tournament. So email Vicky, I'd say, and we can try to make it happen. That'd be awesome to have you as a certified SolidWorks professional. I think you'd be a perfect candidate as well. Okay, great. We see a couple more answers coming in. Guys, I really appreciate it. We're just looking for a couple of people to do this. It would really help us. 1 or 2 people would be perfect. So if you guys email us, we'll reach back out to you. We'll try to make it happen. We're not going to be able to make it happen for everybody, but we can definitely make it happen for a couple of people for the lowest price you can imagine. Let's see here. Just discovered the sweep with solid feature in SolidWorks this week. And my mind is properly blown. Yeah, I saw Ricardo Jean use that, Aaron. Aaron, I see a couple people are talking about the sweep option. Omri was saying that in Onshape, there wasn't a sweep option. I didn't find a sweep option either that just automatically swept a circle. But in SolidWorks, that's been there for a couple of years. And Aaron Cease has just discovered it this week. Yeah, we saw when Ricardo Jean was in the tournament, he used that really, really efficiently on a cut. He was doing a cut sweep of a tube, the path was cut through. It was like for a plumbing flange. And he did a cut sweep with a circle. It was pretty awesome. All right, guys. Thank you. Victor K, I see what you're saying there. If you want to CWEs, I'd love your insight on that. I could definitely use your feedback there as well. But if anybody's looking to actually take the exam as well, we can help them out with that too. That's kind of the big one in there. All right, guys, that's enough time on that one. Onshape training. If you're looking to get some Onshape training, visit youtube.com/Onshape Inc. I've got a video on there of the Sterling engine, full end-to-end training with a training manual. And it gives you a little preview of what the CSWP prep training will look like. Don't forget, visit TooTallToby.com. I know the practice models hasn't been updated in a while. We've got almost 70 practice models available up there for free. For anybody that wants to do some practice models, TooTallToby.com/practice. I would love to get almost 70 people completing all almost 70. That would be awesome. If I could get that to happen, then maybe we'd start releasing some more. Yes, almost 70. Exactly. And the World Championship, we talked about this a little earlier. Don't forget, guys, check it out this Friday, September 27th. The Elite 8 begins. The models are going to get more difficult. The runners are now experienced. They've made it through the round of 16. We're going to see some awesome, awesome showdowns. All right. I think that's it. Thank you so much to our super fans for the tournament. Bob Evans, Victor K. We'd love to get some more super fans for the tournament, of course. And thank you so much to our prize sponsor for the tournament, 3D Connection, putting up some great prize packages. Good luck to our runners this week. Kind of blasting through this because we already talked about this earlier. And TooTallToby.com/calendar if you want to make sure you don't miss any of that. Finally, one more piece of news here. If I could just get your guys' attention one last time. I don't know if I need to ask for your attention if we're in the live stream together. But on the Discord, if you go, we talked about the Discord a lot earlier. If you go to the Discord, there's a post here from Michael from engineering.com. Engineering.com is writing an article about TooTallToby, about the community, about the website, about the practice models, and about all of you. And about all the stuff that we do here. And so Michael put a post here on the Discord. He said, hey, everyone, wanted to make a final call for anyone willing to share their thoughts on this community for an article I'm writing for engineering.com. I want to learn if speed modeling is helping anyone get better at the 3D CAD system of choice. I'd love to hear from you here on Discord or at malba@wtwhmedia.com. Maybe, Vicky, maybe if you could just type out that email and drop it into the chat, that would be awesome. Mr. Alex said, I sent my answers to Mike already. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Alex. Appreciated. If anybody else out there is interested in doing kind of a testimonial auxiliary interview with Michael, engineering.com, that would be awesome. I'd really appreciate it if you have any feedback about what we're doing here at TooTallToby, and he would appreciate it too. And it's going to end up in this article on the world-renowned engineering.com. All right, guys. That's it for now. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, support the channel, and let's go, let's go. I'm reading the chat here. Aaron C says, that's sick, LCR. Can't wait to see it. What's LCR doing? I saw there was a discussion earlier about something cool. I got to go back and find it. All right, I'll go back and try and take a look at it. Want to try and give LCR a shout out here. Oh, wait, what's it saying? Getting the patent soon. Okay, nice. Bolt, nice. Like it. All right, guys. Let's see. We already talked about training. Don't forget, email Vicky@TooTallToby.com. Let's get into this first answer here. Bob, 240913. Bob. Now, why this model? Why are we doing a pendulum here, Pendulum Bob? Well, as you guys know, a couple of weeks ago, we had a special model for Rich Penn because Rich Penn joined our membership program. And this week, we had another member join, And his name was Bob. So I'm kind of doing a thing where the first 5 or maybe 10 people who join the membership program, I'm going to create a special model, a special practice model for you. That way you'll be commemorated forever. You'll be locked into the TooTallToby lore and history. So just kind of a special bonus right now. Thank you so much to Bob. When you join the membership program right now, you get to support the channel. That's the biggest thing. You're just supporting the channel. You get some access to some custom emojis. You get access to some exclusive content. I'll post some videos that are just for members only. But there's going to be more stuff to come. And I think one of the coolest things that we can do is just recognize people who are joining the membership program early and maybe recognize them with an exclusive TooTallToby practice model. So that's what we did for Bob here. That's what we did a couple of weeks ago for Rich Penn. And we'll do a few more of these as people join. Maybe the first 5 or 10 people who join will do a very special commemorative practice model. So thank you so much to our recent member, Bob. And this model was a tier 3 model called 240913 Bob. It is a pendulum Bob. And let's see who came up with the first answer, and let's see who came up with the first correct answer. I know that Aaron C was pretty speedy in there. 28.7 grams. Is that correct or is that incorrect? We don't know yet. Let's find out here. Ricardo Jean, hot on his heels, 28.7 grams. Victor K, the world champion, 28.7 grams. Mr. Alex in the Elite 8, 28.7 grams. Atse in the Elite 8, 28.7 grams. Dom in the Elite 8, 28.7 grams. Wait, is Dom in the Elite 8? I think he is. Hold on. Memory. Dom in the Elite 8, 28.7 grams. Yeah, I remembered. Don't worry. I didn't have to go back and look. Let's see here. What else we got in here? Ram Bros in the Elite 8, 28.7 grams. This truly is where the world champions come to work out their material. Omri, 28.8 grams. Bob Phelps, 28.8 grams. AZ3 DIP, 28.7 grams. Jesse Davis, 28.8 grams. Perregini, 28.7. Nice. All right. Jern, 28.7. LCR Brick, 1064 grams. Yeah, I like it. Heavy. Very nice. Okay. And Fewer Frosh, 28.6 grams. Very nice. And LCR Brick Tech, 2875 grams, 287. You can answer as many times as you want, guys. Don't worry. You get as many shots as you want. All right, guys. What is the correct answer for this one? The correct answer is 28.7 grams. So GG to Aaron C. Very nicely done, Aaron. Very speedy. I'm impressed. We gotta get Aaron C back in the tournament. GG. Well done, my friend. And congratulations to Aaron C. Smashing that one. Well done. Now, guys, speaking of the tournament, we had a leftover model from the Sweet 16. One single leftover model. And guess what? That's going to be our model today. So here we go. This second 3D CAD challenge amongst you chat pros. Many of you are in the tournament this year, but not Aaron C. But he smoked everybody. Let's see if he can do it again. Here we go. This next CAD challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXXX grams? You guys can see here, this part is called clamp fork. I like this one. Clamp fork. And this is MMGS, plain carbon steel, 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter. Tier 4 model, non-symmetric. It's got a counter bore. It's got some Toby notes. As Rich Penn says, Toby notes. And good luck to you guys. This is kind of a fun one. Omri in the chat says, I wonder where that extra 0.1 grams were. The model had a tolerance of plus or minus 0.1. I think that it's probably when you sweep, if you do the merge tangent faces versus not merge tangent faces, that's where you can kind of get some variance because it converts the path into a spline. That's usually where we see that variance on a model like that. That's the problem with sweeps, is that if people are doing merge tangent faces, you can get a little dicey, get an unfair result. We had that happen last year in the World Championship with Aaron and Victor and Ivan the Reasonable. So good luck, guys. Take a screen capture so you guys can model this while I'm modeling, actually. And I want to make sure we have enough time to show off this double CAD project. So take a screen capture. Good luck with this model. Tier 4 model, a little bit more complicated. It's got that Toby note. Rib touches tangent at arc. What's that mean? Oh, that means we got a plus or minus 3 gram tolerance. That's what it means. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. It's going to be a good one. Don't forget, the World Championship is going to be on Friday, October 18th. Going to have the World Championship finals. Can't wait to see who wins. And let's get into this double CAD modeling environment. Rich Penn in the chat. Obscure Toby notes even better. Thank you, Rich Penn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to have you in here. And what is this? What is this double CAD? Well, all I mean is that we're going to model it in both Onshape and SolidWorks. We're going to try and speed run both. Albert Dinleem says, would love to see this done in Onshape. Could not finish with sheet metal tools. Had to convert to solid. Let's see here. Ian Marjorie 6734 says sheet metal is not something I have much experience in, but would appreciate a solve for this one. My part is far too heavy, and I couldn't get the detailed cutout on either side to work. Robert Clementi says, had a hard time doing it in SolidWorks and Inventor. Can anyone share their model with me? P.S. I am not shouting. Oh, wait, sorry, I read that one wrong. P.S. I'm not shouting. Okay, had a hard time doing it in SolidWorks and Inventor. Can anyone share their model with me? P.S. I'm not shouting. Okay, I should have read that P.S. first. And Jamie McDonald said, took me altogether too long, wound up shelling it from a solid rather than sheet metal. Well, guys, let's see if we can solve this thing. I'm not sure who's using Onshape. I'm not sure who's using SolidWorks. So, you know what we try to do here at TooTallToby? We try to give you everything that you could possibly ask for. Let's see if we can speed model this in Onshape and SolidWorks in the next 20 minutes. So normally what I do in a model like this is I really talk through kind of my game plan. I'm not going to quite go that deep with it this time. I'm just going to jump into it and do the live solve. But I will say this. When you're looking at sheet metal, it's a really good habit to get into thinking about how you could create thin wall geometry and extrude it to create your first feature. So if I were to create 2 lines here, a line going down, then a line going forward, I could extrude that as a thin feature or as a sheet metal feature. I could extrude that as a sheet metal feature, and that's going to really set me up for success. So the question is, what does that dimension need to be? And I think that dimension needs to be the dimension to these 2 vertices. I think what I need to do is make my first sketch a line here, and then extrude it out to the depth of those 2 vertices, which is 80 millimeters. So this dimension here, 80 millimeters. That's going to be my first sheet metal feature. And if you can get in the habit of looking at a complex sheet metal design like this and figuring out which feature can be created and extruded out as your base flange, you're going to be in great shape. I remember a couple weeks ago, we modeled up this part here in sheet metal. Modeled up this part here, this really cool TooTallToby tablet stand. These are going to be available for sale very soon. We modeled this up in sheet metal. Well, it's the same thing here. If I look at this from the side, that's going to be my profile that I'm going to extrude out. And really, a lot of times the magic in sheet metal is figuring out what the depth of that profile needs to be. But it's kind of the same idea here. We're looking at this model and we're trying to figure out where we can sketch a couple of lines and then use those lines to create a base flange tab. And if we can figure that out, that's going to really set us up for success in sheet metal, regardless of whether you're using SolidWorks sheet metal or Onshape sheet metal. So I'm going to take this and move this over to my second screen, and we're going to do a live solve here using Onshape. So we're going to do a live solve here in Onshape. Let's jump into it here in Onshape. We're going to say create document. We're going to call this 24-08-08-13-SM pivot flange. This way it will be searchable. I am going to make this a public document, so later on, if you guys want to see this actual document, you can search for it, because everything we do in Onshape is online. It's on the browser. It's entirely in the browser. So you can search for this whole setup when you're done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into my workspace units and just make sure that I'm working in millimeters and make sure that I'm working in grams, and I am. And so now I'm going to go front plane, S key, begin a sketch, get normal 2 with the N key, S key. I'm going to create a line that comes down here at an angle of 50, and then I'm going to create a line that comes across here. And this distance that I'm going to come across is going to be 160. It's going to be 160 plus 14. And where I'm getting that number from is this dimension here. So 160 plus 14. So I'm going from this vertex. See, it says all linear dimensions are to the virtual intersection point. All linear dimensions are to the virtual intersection point. So this dimension here, this 160, is from the virtual intersection point. And this dimension here, 14, is the radius that's sticking off from that center line. So I'm going to go 160 plus 14 to get the length of that first line. So 160 plus 14, 50 up in that direction. And then we're just going to take this, the point that's intersecting there, we're going to drop it on there. We're going to go to, you know what, guys? Stand by for just a moment here. I'm going to see if I can get the... Let's get the keyboard going here so you guys can see the keyboard overlay. Give me a second here. Switch to our keyboard cam here. There we go. All right, so now we've got that first sketch in there. We got to fully define that. So I'm going to press the S key, and then I'm going to go down here to this angle dimension, and that's going to be an angle of 45. And then I'm going to go to my sheet metal tools in Onshape. So your sheet metal tools in Onshape are found up here. Here's the fly up menu for all your sheet metal tools, sheet metal model, and this is going to be an extruded sheet metal model. So I'm going to pick this here, and that's going to get extruded. The thickness of the sheet metal is 4, the bend radius is 6, and there's a button here you can use to reverse direction. So I can reverse direction there to have that sheet metal go to the other side. And then the final dimension that I need to figure out is what is the depth of this extrusion? Well, that's going to be my 80/2. That 80 dimension that we identified earlier as we were setting up this model. So that's going to be my very first feature. Now for my second feature, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this flange off here. Now, I'm not an Onshape expert. I am an Onshape professional, but I'm not an Onshape expert. But I don't think you can pull this flange off and edit the sketch all in one command. So I'm probably going to need to just bring this flange off straight, and then I'll have to add this additional geometry with a tab and maybe cut away this additional geometry on this side here with a cut extrude. So that's fine. We can do that. It takes maybe an extra step, but it's not that big of a deal. So I pick this edge here, S key. I've got my edge flange built into my S key menu in Onshape to save some time. Very helpful. And when you're creating flanges in 3D CAD, the main thing you have to recognize is that the flange can begin at different locations. So you see how when I choose these different options here, the flange is pulling off of the solid material in different locations? Well, you got to make sure that you get that right, because we're trying to create it so that it's starting at that 80 millimeters and then bending out. So in Onshape, that's called hold line. Now for the height of this flange, similar to what I did with the length of that first line, I'm going to identify this 75 millimeter dimension and the 16.5. So 75 plus 16.5 is going to give me the max height of that flange. So we're going to come over here. We're going to say that we want that height to go to 75 plus 16.5. And there we go. That gives us that flange. Now we're going to begin a new sketch on that flange face, and we're going to create the remaining geometry for this area of the model. So this is going to be that 16.5 times 2. The height of this is going to be from this point here to that origin, or to that point there. It's going to be at 75. Really, I should right mouse button on that dimension and say change this to a driven dimension, because this and this should be tangent. So I'll press T to make that a tangent relationship, and then I just need to define the location in this direction. So the location in this direction is going to be 65. There we go. And then I can add some additional information here. I like to add, additional information into my sketches in Onshape. I think Onshape does such a good job of letting you work with multi-body, multi-contours. So really, I could just sketch all this geometry down to here in that one sketch in Onshape, and then kind of tidy it up as I need to. So for example, this is going to be collinear. This is going to be tangent. And then this is going to be at an angle here of, 27 degrees. So you can see how the sketch is really coming together. This length here to that flat spot is going to be 90. I could even incorporate the kind of tombstone shape here in this first sketch, since that tombstone shape is related to that hole. It's defined by that hole. So this tombstone shape here, it's got a radius of 10, and then it's got a distance dimension from that hole to the tombstone at 99, and it's got a height dimension here to, let's see here, 60. And so the final thing I need to do with this is just create that extra geometry that's kind of sticking up and over here. So there's a line that comes up, come back and touch the end point. There's a radius here of 3, and then there's a vertical line that goes up and connects to this. And that is going to be tangent. So we'll make that tangent. This is going to be collinear. This is going to be perpendicular. Not sure what the shortcut key is for perpendicular, so I'll just make that perpendicular like that. And then there's going to be a linear dimension here from this point to this line. That linear dimension is going to be 12 millimeters. And that's all I think I need for that. I'm not sure if this needs to be closed off or not. I'll just close it off anyway. Like I said, Onshape is so flexible when it comes to this kind of stuff. So now I can exit that sketch. I can actually choose in this region, and then I can press the S key and add my tab here. So on my sheet metal tools, I've got my... Oh, actually, I didn't add in my sheet metal, all my sheet metal tools here in this profile. So we'll add that and that. And there we go. Now we've added that tab, that area that's sticking up and over to the top there. And then I could just show that sketch, and I can actually pick this region here, and I can choose extrude cut. So features extrude. And the cool thing is that with extrude cut, it not only cuts the solid material, it actually cuts the flange as well. So in this case, I'm only actually, in Onshape, I'm only actually cutting this region here, but Onshape knows at that point to also remove the flange. So it's kind of some of that intelligent sheet metal functionality built in there. So this could maybe go like up to vertex, and I could just go up to this point here, and that cuts that geometry away. And then I could take this region here, and maybe this region here as well, and S key extrude, and that's going to be a through all. So there we go. And then I just need to extend this region down here. On the original print, that region had, you can see that that region sticks out a little more and then comes back in. And we can see that that's being called out as 90 millimeters. So I just need to extend that back region there a little bit and align it to that little notch there. So maybe I pick this face here, begin a sketch, do a rectangle, something like so. And then I could take this edge of the rectangle and this edge here and make those coincident. And then I could add in my dimension that goes from here to here. That's going to be my 90 over 2. And then I can use that region, take that region there, and I can go in here and say I want to add a tab, sheet metal tab. And there we go. That fills out that region. And so now the final, the second to last feature I need to create here is the cut extrude to remove this additional material. So that's going to look something like this. Come back and touch the end point here. Come up and around. That's going to have a radius of 14, I think. Yep. And then that's just going to come straight over like so. We'll merge those points. We'll say that this and this are tangent. And we'll say that this has an angle of, it's 45 over 2. And then we'll say that we're going to add a hole here. And that hole is going to have a dimension of 14. And now we're going to extrude cut, remove that material. We'll just make that through all. There we go. And now we're ready to mirror this thing. Hopefully I got all the dimensions here. I feel like I'm running in the tournament here. So we're going to mirror this thing. We're going to mirror it about this face, and we're going to say that's going to be an add and merge. And now if we look at our sheet metal environment here in Onshape, we can see that the flat pattern in the sheet metal environment looks very similar to the flat pattern from our print. So that's at least reassuring. We got basically the same geometry there. And so now we can go down here to where it says part 1, we can right mouse button, we can say assign material, and we're going to assign the material from the TTT custom library, and that's going to be the plain carbon steel. And then we're going to go here to our mass properties and click on this, and we're coming up with 821.5. That's not right. I missed something. 821.5 is not right. Let's see here. Did I miss the tangency up here? This thing looks a little funky. See, that looks like almost like lumpy up there. Let's go back to that sketch. See if that's what the issue is. This and this. Nope, the tangent. Let's see here. I missed the dimension somewhere, guys. So what do we do? What do we do when we miss a dimension? Well, we may have to forego the SolidWorks live solve, which is okay. We can forego that. Let's see. So this is 174. Yep, that's right. 50, 45 degrees. We'll just go one feature at a time. The flange direction is the right way. The sheet metal feature is 4 and 6. That's the right way. Coming out to 40. That's right. This flange going up here. 91.5. Yep, that looks right. 75 plus 16.5. Yep, that looks correct. We've got this new sketch that we were just looking at. 10 millimeters. Radius of 3. Perpendicular. Distance of 12 there. 14 for that hole. 17 for that hole. There we go. And let's try this again. And 817 grams. Let's go. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. Let's find out if that's correct. Is 817 grams correct? Yes, it is. 817 grams is correct. GG to Toby. 817 grams is correct. So that's what I would put in the chat. 817 grams. GG, Toby. Let's go. So that's a bit of a speed run. I know it's a little bit faster than what we normally do, but if you were struggling with that model in Onshape, I hope that you appreciate that live solve. If you do, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Let us know in the chat, become a member of the channel, and I hope that you guys enjoyed that live solve. And now, let's move on. I think we do have time. Let's move on and try to solve this thing using a different CAD system. We're going to do this as a double CAD, a little compare and contrast here using SolidWorks. So all the same methodology as far as deciding on a game plan. This time I'm going to start a new part here in plain carbon steel using millimeters. So I started with a template. I've got the correct units here ready to go. I'm going to go front plane, begin to sketch, orient my view. And just like in Onshape, we can go here to 50. We can come across here to a distance, horizontal distance of 160 plus 14. Let's go. Take this point, drop it on the origin, S key, smart dimension, S key, just like Onshape. So SolidWorks and Onshape really behaving similarly. Makes it very easy if you're ever trying to go from SolidWorks to Onshape. Makes it very easy to make that transition. So I'm going to go here to my sheet metal tools. I'm going to say base flange tab, and I'm going to say that I want to bring this out to a depth of 40 millimeters. I'll come down here and say I want the wall thickness to be 4 millimeters, the bend radius to be 6. And if I go to a front view here, you see that just like in Onshape, we can reverse the direction here, reverse that into the correct direction based on the print. So we hit the green check mark, and now we're going to take this edge here, and we're going to go into an edge flange command. And with the edge flange command, just like we saw earlier, the edge, you can define what the position of the edge is, and that's really the most important thing here. We can define if we want that edge to be on all the way on the inside, or sort of on the inside, or on the outside where the bend line is. Well, that's where we want that edge to be. But this is where we start to see some deviation between SolidWorks and Onshape, because now here in SolidWorks, we can choose this button. Whoops, let me turn off that chat. It's kind of getting in the way there. In SolidWorks, we can use this button here, Edit Flange Profile. And when we use that Edit Flange Profile button, what happens is SolidWorks takes us into a sketch mode. So now we can actually start sketching here in SolidWorks to create the geometry for this flange. Now, there's one thing that I noticed about this. It's a little bit frustrating, and I'm not going to go through the whole process of what I experienced when I was doing this myself. But one thing that I noticed is that when you've got multiple contours in SolidWorks, this box up here just doesn't work. You can see the box says the sketch has intersecting contours, and that's a real bummer because, you know, being able to set this up with multiple contours can really save you time later. We saw that in Onshape in the earlier demonstration, but okay, that's fine. The sketch has intersecting contours. So I spent a lot of time going through here and adding smart dimensions and things like that. I had a bunch of smart dimensions in here. Everything was laid out perfectly. I came up here, it says the sketch has intersecting contours. I tried to click back in here to like move one of my dimensions, but you see how the dimension isn't activating when I tried to move it. And so I just pressed escape, and SolidWorks kicked me completely out of that flange sketch. So I spent probably, you know, a good couple of minutes there getting the constraints in place, getting all the dimensions in place, just to end up losing my entire sketch. And that was really frustrating. So just something to look out for all those of you out there that are doing sheet metal in SolidWorks. Just be careful. Don't hit escape there while you're in that box. It'll completely cancel you out and you'll lose all your work. And so let's try this again here. I'm going to say that I want this to be bent to the outside. I'm going to say edit flange profile. I'm going to get normal to here. And I'm going to make sure that this flange profile looks good. So this flange profile is going to end up having a line that comes up here, just like we did a few moments ago. This will have a radius of 3. We'll bring it down like so. We'll say that this is coincident. And we'll say that this is tangent. And we'll say that this is perpendicular. And then we'll create our circle up here. This is going to have a radius of, I think it was 16.5. Let's see here. So 16.5 times 2. We're going to have another circle inside of here. This is going to have a diameter of, whoops, I'm doing my auto dimensioning out of order because I was in Onshape a second ago. And we're going to have a line that comes down here. So this comes down and then ends up coming straight down like so. And we're going to have another line that comes down here all the way down to this point. And then we'll say that that has a perpendicular or a collinear relationship. We'll say that this has a distance relationship, 12. And we'll say that, oops, sorry guys. We'll say that this is going to be at a location relative to that intersecting point. Very similar to what we did a few moments ago here. This is going to be kind of a review of what we did. We're just doing it with a different CAD system. We're doing double CAD today. Mixing it up. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are enjoying the double CAD. And I just realized that that wasn't supposed to be tangent. So that could be driving. And that one's going to be 65. Okay, and then this is going to be, pick this one, hold control, pick this one, tangent. And this is going to be at our angle. How are we doing for time? 152. Feeling the pressure. Okay. And this one is going to be... Oh, okay, good. I have that vertical line there already. So this is going to come over from here to 90. And the rest of this stuff can just be kind of trimmed away. So trim away all of this. Trim away this. Love that power trim in SolidWorks. And trim away. So currently you see it says the sketch has both open and closed contours. So if I just trim away this one, now it says the sketch is valid. So you can see how in that one sketch we were able to create the additional geometry, but you also saw how it was kind of limited because we weren't able to create the multiple contours. Definitely an example of the different CAD systems having kind of pros and cons, depending on what it is that you're trying to do, what the situation is that you're in. So this one here, this would be our 90/2. And then that's going to get turned into a base flange tab in SolidWorks. Very straightforward, very easy to do that. We'll come down here to this face. We'll get normal 2, and we will create our tombstone shape. So we can follow a very similar workflow to what we saw in Onshape. Both CAD systems, very similar, very easy to migrate from one to the other. We can say here that this is going to have a distance. One thing that I noticed in Onshape is that I wasn't able to just pick the center of the circle. It could be me. It could be that I don't know how to do it. But I ended up having to show the sketch to pick the center of that circle. So that might be a plus for the other column. So we're going to right mouse button through wall, right mouse button here. And then we're going to finish this off by creating that geometry out in the front. And that geometry out in the front is going to look something like it did in the other demonstration. So this will be at a radius of 14, and we'll come right over to there, come straight over, come down. Now we just need to line up some of this geometry. So we'll put this on here. Whoops, don't like that too much. Make this guy 22.5 or 45/2. Make this and this tangent. And then we should be able to get this thing to behave a little bit better. There we go. That's what we needed. And then final circle here. This is going to be at 14, S key, extrude cut, right mouse button, through all, right mouse button. And now I'm going to pick this face, and then I'm going to come up here to my solid bodies folder, hold control, pick that body, and then mirror, and that automatically mirrors the body across. So now we can take a look at our sensor, and oh yeah, 817 grams, 817 grams. And if we go back to our PowerPoint, we can see that in our PowerPoint, 817 grams. That is correct. That is correct. So if you guys enjoyed that SolidWorks live solve of the sheet metal design, and if you watched both videos and you saw the Onshape live solve and the SolidWorks live solve, be sure to put a like. Be sure to put a 1 in the chat. Be sure to put a like, hit the like button, subscribe. Share this with other people if they're interested in kind of seeing a one-to-one comparison of SolidWorks and Onshape. A lot of people out there were asking about that model. It's kind of a tricky model, so I hope that that helps to demystify some of what's going on with that model. And with that, we're going to get into answer number 2. I just want to remind you to please support the channel. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Share and reshare. Let your neighbors and coworkers know about it. If you are in a position where you're able to share some value back to us for the value that we try to give you, visit us at TooTallToby.com/donate. Use the super chat, use the super thanks, or use TooTallToby.com/donate. We always appreciate the value for value contributions. And don't forget that we do have some training coming up. Training is really how you can really help support the channel, is by helping set us up with some training. So talk to your coworkers, talk to your managers, say, hey, we got anything going on in October? let's do some SolidWorks training with Toby. Let's do some Onshape training with Toby. We definitely want to make sure that we keep our chops up at the company, and you can get a real nice return on investment if you and your team can learn how to save some time and how to model some more elaborate types of parts. So with that, let's get into answer number 2 here. Let's see how you guys did with this one. Let's bring up the chat and see how we're doing here. Let's see, let's go. What was the first answer that came in on this one? All right, looks like the first answer was from Dom. He's in the Elite 8, as everybody knows and remembers. 29.22 grams. 29.04 grams from Aaron C. Mr. Alex, 28.44. I like all the different answers. Rambros, 28.64. Let's see here. Ace coming in 29.06. Victor K 29.06. We got Gray coming in 29.05. Nice to see you in here again, Gray. 28.95 from Rambros. Dom coming in 29.05. Ricardo Jean 29.28. I love seeing all these different answers. Mr. Alex 29.06. Aaron C is on fire today. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. How did you guys do the rib? Sharp corner, 29.06 from Omri, Perigini, 29.21, Amir, 29.05.7, 29.06, Farouk Frosh, 29.06, Bob Phelps, 29.06, very nice. And what else we got down here? LCR Brick Tech, 29.20, I like it. LCR Brick Tech, 29.20, and make sure I'm not missing anybody. Jesse Davis, 377. Jesse Davis, 29.43. Let's see here. Amir, 29.06. Guys, the correct answer is 29.06. So congratulations. I think it was Aaron C again. 29.04.2. It's 29.06 plus or minus 3 grams. That looks like that is within tolerance to me. So GG to Aaron C for the clean sweep. 29.06 plus or minus 3 grams. Aaron C 29.04. That is within tolerance. Very nice. We have that tolerance there because of that rib. You guys see the rib there. The rib says, rib touches tangent to arc. What does that mean? There could be a couple of different geometric solutions for that. So the tolerance is meant to accommodate the variety of those solutions. But wow, GG to Aaron C, getting the clean sweep. Well done, my friend. GG to Aaron C. Congratulations. We need an icon for that. GG to Aaron C. Nice job, Aaron C. I can't type for some reason. It's not my typing's not working. I shall carry this shame forever. No, it's all good, Jesse. You got this. Got this, bro. You're just getting warmed up. It's all good. All right, guys, listen. Congratulations to our winners. Thank you so much to the most amazing chat ever. You guys really are amazing. It's such a fun way to start our Monday together here. Don't forget your mission this week is to walk up to one coworker, whisper in their ear, tell them about the channel. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so. We got 52 people watching right now. Let's get that like button up there. Guys, do not miss the matches this Friday. This Friday, the matches are going to be absolutely insane. Mr. Alex versus Dom, SolidWorks versus SolidWorks, Great Nate 08 versus Ricardo Jean, Fusion 360 versus SolidWorks. It's going to be such good matches this Friday. You don't want to miss this one. And guys, thank you so much. Next week, September 30th, we're planning on being back with more CAD vs. CAD challenges, another episode of Model Monday Live. Miller Me says, totally enjoyed for the UK. Thank you so much, Miller Me. Guys, I totally enjoyed this live stream as well. It was a great time seeing all of you, catching up. Thank you all so much, and look forward to seeing everybody in the Discord this week. Look forward to seeing everybody this Friday, but overall, I'm just very thankful that we get to have such a nice way to start the week together. So enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. I'll look forward to seeing everybody this Friday at the tournament, and if I don't see you then, I look forward to seeing everybody next week on Model Monday Live. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great week.